Yay, Spyro time! Ah, childhood memories of the many hours and days I played for this game. Take that, Gnasty Gnork. Hey guys, and welcome to TC Reviews Games. This time it's Spyro, the original game before it all went downhill and went all Skylanders rubbish. Oh, just look at those graphics. So bad, but so beautiful. You don't need good graphics for a game though. In my opinion, the story and the challenges fuel this game for me. So, basis of Spyro. He's a little purple dragon of awesomeness. All of his elder dragons are zapped into a crystal prison by the utter twit and wimp of the antagonist, Gnasty Gnork. Spyro then has to step up to the plate, although why he didn't get zapped too, I have no idea. Anyway, he has to save all of his dragon friends in 6 separate worlds and collect all of the 14,000 treasure that is spread out throughout the worlds. I knew that because I've played the game so many times, I think I've learned the script. My bad, but it does prove how much of a good game this is. It makes you want to play it again and again, and at the ripe old age of 22, I downloaded it onto my PS3 and continue to play it to this day. Yes, I could probably even finish it in 2 days if I had the time. Story-wise, it's not too in-depth to make it complicated, but it has the main story arc with subplots, or mini-challenges as it were, to keep you moving and keep it fresh. Gnasty Gnork is the main objective, but each world you visit has its own problems you need to overcome before you progress to the next one. Artisan World wants you to free 10 dragons before you can move on. Peacekeepers, they have the best dragons by the way, find their lost treasure, and so on and so forth. Each one in turn obviously increases its difficulty, with the exception of one level in the Artisan World, which to this day I still struggle with. That's only because you have no idea it exists until you're well into the game. Wonderful, it sends you back through the game as well as forward. Little twist up there. One issue I had with it though was finally getting to meet Gnasty Gnork, and he turns out to be a chicken. No, not literally a chicken that gives you free butterflies, I mean in a metaphorical way. He keeps running away from you, which is the challenge, but I do prefer the bosses to have a more head-on objective, so to speak. Like in the next 2 in the trilogy. When I said there were subplots as challenges, I guess there are even subplots. Each world has its mini-worlds within them, with their own difficulties and different types of level. Most are open world, and you go around exploring, freeing dragons and collecting treasure. But there's always that one that's a flying challenge. Ugh. It's a time trial, which is fine, but man, they're so tedious. So for the story, I think it's well organised. Nice pace to it with the right level of difficulty to give you that challenge, rather than just walking through it breezily. I still get that music stuck in my head. The score by Stuart Copeland is brilliant, and yeah, to this day it's still very recognisable, like the Sims music. It's individual and each world has its own score. That shows how much work Copeland did for the game, and to me it paid off. That music is my childhood. It's childish in its own right, and it complements the world that you are playing at that moment in time. Don't get me wrong, after being stuck on the same level for a few hours because you can't find that blasted one piece of treasure, the music does get annoying. But that's the same in every game. Music scores in games nowadays though are naturally longer in length, so you don't hear the loops as much. But I don't think they're as memorable anymore. That repetitiveness is what sinks into your mind and doesn't let you forget it. Actually, isn't that classed as brainwashing? Maybe that's why I like it so much. Subliminal messages. Spyro himself is a cocky little so-and-so, but you can't help but love him. He's his own dragon and his character has developed over the years. Visually, ew, no, don't look at his alienness. I mean, what the fudge is that meant to be anyway? Sorry. Also personality-wise, he matures in his own way. This is through the dragons he meets, which in the first few worlds have their own lesson to teach Spyro, whether that be on how to actually play the game, or just a little hint and tip every now and then about Gnasty Gnork. However, as the game progresses, it clearly shows the makers of this game ran out of ideas of what the dragons will say. By the end, they're all just saying, "Thank you for releasing me." Oh, thanks dude, that sound of ice that like. Like I said before, graphics don't make the game in my opinion. My old housemate genuinely said, "Ew, those graphics are absolutely terrible, how can you play this game?" I play it because I love it. He's more into the modern games like FIFA, Call of Duty, also ew. But he was open to playing Crash Bandicoot, so he's just proved that graphics don't matter that much. This game was released way back in 1998, and back then these effects were the bomb. You couldn't get any better than that, but oh boy, if they do a remake now, it's going to look so beautiful. So yeah, graphics are bad, but back then they were fantastic, and I don't let that get in the way of me enjoying the game. Overall, I give this 5 stars. The original trilogy was amazing, had great voice acting, originality to its stories, and true challenges along the way. I just wish they left it at that, and didn't begin to deform this beautiful little dragon. After Enter the Dragonfly, I lost touch with it, which is a shame. Could this be the fact that it's just aged? Or have the makers just not given it the credit, time and attention it truly deserves? I don't know. But if you grew up in the 90s like me, I bet this game will always have a special place in your heart and memory. But what do you guys think? Epic game, or just something you vaguely remember? Comment below. I've been TC, I'll see y'all next time, and that's a wrap.